Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good and having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to give you a small example of what domain is so that you'll understand what is a domain basically, right? So in simple terms, you can say that a domain is a string that resolves to the server IP address. What I mean by that is like first thing first, we need to understand that domain is just an easy name for us so that we can get access to a particular server, right? For example, let me just open my terminal over here and let me just open a file. So domain.txt. Okay, for example, let's say the server IP of Google is 127.0.0.1. right now, this may seem easy to remember, but in most of the cases you see that the IP address will become more and more complex, right? Like, think for an example, think for a second, like what will happen that instead of remembering all the domains name, like for example youtube.com, google.com, gmail.com, instead of that you are being served with the IP address. Like if you want to visit YouTube, you need to type 142.23.65.8, right? If you want to visit Facebook, then you need to type 23.65.89. Just an example I'm giving. Okay, so see, this is the reason why that domain names came into place. The reason is simple, because it was very hard for us humans to understand, to remember all these all these IP addresses, right? So what is simple? The simple thing is to associate all these IP address with a particular name, just like we give nickname to some people, right? It is very much similar to that. So for example, so instead of 142.23.65.8, I'm going to name this server as google.com, which is going to point to this IP address 142.23.65.8, right? Similarly, I've just given a nickname to youtube.com, which is going to point to 23.65.89.65, and so on and so forth, right? So this is the reason why domain name came into place. Or domain name is nothing but a string that resolves to particular IP addresses, right? And this IP address belong to obviously the Google server or the YouTube server, right? So this is an example of what domain name is. I hope that you've understood it. Thanks for watching.